After Partify dropped the ball on us last time, they finally decided to make us a priority. Check that out. Just wait until you guys see the quality of this unfolded paint matched bumper. Alright guys, we are back with another Partify video. This time, let me explain why we're doing this exact job again. So it's been about 2 years, and the last bumper and fender that we got were just a huge disappointment. I made a YouTube video about it. It got a lot of traction, got a lot of views, got a lot of comments, had multiple employees comment on the video. And about a month ago, I had the manager of the company contact me. He said, "Hey, is this Nick?" I said, "Yep." He said, "I saw your video." He said, "I want to send you out another order free of charge." He said, "We're going to get it right this time." He said, "You're going to be happy." He said, "All I need your VIN and we're going to ship it right out." So apparently he said they do better paint matching now because they actually use the VIN and not the paint code. So this is our conversation and a couple things he said. So I wanted to show you guys the screenshot of the few changes they've recently made. Before, I just gave him the paint code. But anyways, last time it was just horrible. The bumper came in folded. I had to unfold it. It was horrible quality. There was just orange peel everywhere. Horrible quality. Peeling, painting. Look at all that run right there. I mean, I can't even get into any of it just because it's been so long. Look, the paint peeled there. There's all sorts of little bumps. Look at this. Can you see that? Look at that. Yep. And then the fender was nicer quality, but it was the wrong color. I don't know if you can see that. Definitely the wrong color. So they basically dropped the ball. I ended up getting a 50% refund and just using the stuff because we had no other choice. We were in a tight bind. But now they say that I'm going to be happy. And we're going to do a full review. We're going to unbox everything. We're going to look at it in the sunlight. And then we're going to install everything and see how it fits. Stay tuned and let's get these boxes opened. All right, let's check it out. This will be the fender. So we're going to use this to lay it out. Grand finale. Already looks somewhat paint matched. Not bad. It does, when I look at it, it does give off the right vibe as far as the what am I trying to think? What is the color? It's like almost like a milky type of white. So looks pretty close, looking good. So let's get this fender open. That's going to be the real one right here. This is the one I really want to see. And here is the bumper. Let's see what she looks like. Priority. Nice. I like that. So these new paint match bumpers come really nicely packed. I mean, there was actually no styrofoam in here, but this padding here is just enough, honestly. So we're gonna get this out of there and then we're gonna look at the condition of the actual bumper. Wow, dude. So they put all this on there to kind of protect it, but it just already looks flawless. Good freaking job, Partify. Good job this time, guys. I wasn't happy before, but I'd say that I'm happy now. And the paint match, I'd say, is pretty on point. Very nice. Very nice. All right, so what I'm gonna do now, we're gonna get these on the car, and then once I get it washed up and everything cleaned off, you'll be able to get a much better view of the quality of this paint. But look at that. I can just tell that it's way better, and I'm way happier this time, for sure. So I'm not gonna make you guys watch this whole thing, but what I'm doing, I'm just getting all these clips off here. There's a couple here. There's a couple here that just pop out. And then what we got to do is go in on the side here. We have a couple bolts, a couple pins, and these need to come out. I did do this, like I said, about 2 years ago, so it should be somewhat fresh, but still, you know how it goes. All right, so we just have a couple bolts and retainers on the inner fender well. We have to pull off these trim pieces. There's a couple pieces. So now what we got to do is we got to switch over all this plastic to the new one. So that's what I'm going to work on next. And what I'm going to do for the comparison is once I get everything on, because I'm going to be working into the night. Once I get everything on tomorrow and sprayed off, we'll do it probably like 10 or 11 in the morning when the sun is nice and bright, because we are in Florida, and we're going to get a really nice comparison. But I can just tell, man. Look at that. Look at that paint. Nice and clean. Oh man, I'm so psyched. This was probably the hardest part, getting this plastic piece out. But if you take your time and use the proper trim tools, it should pop out pretty easily. And here we're going to put the new trim piece on the new bumper. You just got to kind of take your time. I did have to cut one slit because there was one missing from the factory, but no big deal. I just used the box cutter, and yeah, it's going pretty smooth. Everything went together really well. A little dark outside, but we got this thing rolling still. So I got all the new plastics and everything converted over. Man, just look how shitty that thing looks. I know it's dirty, but anyways, we are getting pretty close to getting this thing on. So I'm gonna let this sit. Now we got to move on to the front fender. I've got a couple bolts here. I already got that off. We got to open the door. We got to get in here to these bolts. Got to get this inner fender well off, and then we should be able to pop this fender off. Okay, so this is a great example of the paint match failure. So as you can see, the original color here, and as you can see, the failed color here. I will say the quality of the paint on the fender was actually good, but the color was wrong. And then on the bumper, the color was correct, but the quality was absolutely horrible. So as you can see, now we are going to get this off, and then when we're done, we're going to do a comparison. Okay, so now we're going to get this fender off. I have a couple more bolts to go. We're going to have to take off this inner fender liner, and then we're going to get in there, get everything cleaned up, get this new fender on. These fenders can be pretty difficult to get off, but if you take your time and just look for all the bolts that are holding it on, it's as simple as that. Now we got to switch over this front fender piece here. That's pretty easy to do. You just snap it in like that. 2 and 3, my G. All right. Check it out. It's snowing. It's a Merry Christmas. Okay, so let me go ahead and get this thing set in place. I don't know if it's just me, but it already looks a lot better, the paint match. As you can see, the white powder is still on, so we're going to clean that off here in a little bit. And you do have to realize that the original Fender's been on there forever. So, you know, it's not really going to be a perfect paint match, but it's going to be darn close. All right, and now we're getting ready to put on this new bumper. Let's get to it. Getting the bumper on is probably the hardest part. We kind of have to stretch it out, push it in the middle, and then stretch it out on the sides and get the clips locked in. But once you get it, it's a pretty satisfying feeling. We are all done. We got the fender on. We're gonna wash it off right now, and then I'm gonna come back in the morning and we're gonna check it out in the bright Florida sunlight and see if it matches up. All right, so it's currently the next day. Everything's installed. It's in the sunlight. And now we're gonna check it out to see if it actually looks like it matches. I have my wife here to get her opinion because she's the professional. So tell me what you think. I mean, through the camera, I can maybe see a tiny bit, but it still needs to be washed.
It looks so much better than before.
It looks 100 times better than it did. I need to fix this gap a little bit. It's too big, but these gaps look good here. What do you think about those gaps?
I think it looks great. And I mean, even comparing to this that has been here for you know how many years, it's great. It's looking great. As I said, so much better. The first ones, if I'm not mistaken, were much brighter.
Yeah.
And it was, you can clearly see that it was
and
replaced.
The paint quality, I don't see any bumps. It looks smooth. The only thing I see is the watermarks from spraying it off.
I mean, obviously you can tell it has to be washed, but even though, I mean, the transition is seamless, you know? I love it. Very nice. Thank you. She's a beauty. She's a little bit, you see.
So, yes or no?
Yes. Thank you.
All right, so final thoughts, and this is going to be the final walk around of the car. So overall, I am very, happy with this experience. The second go around, I think they did a much better job. I'm really happy that they reached out to me and tried to fix it, because that's all I really wanted in the first place. I didn't want a refund. I didn't care about any of that. All I wanted was what I ordered and what I was promised, which was going to be good quality paint job and good quality parts, you know. So I feel like I definitely got it the second time around. As I said earlier in the video, they now do things differently. They don't fold the bumpers, so you don't have to worry about that anymore, which is really nice. Everything comes unfolded and ready to go, so that's awesome. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like, please leave a comment, let me know what you thought. Hit that subscribe button, guys. Many more videos to come. All right, thanks again. I'll see you guys later. Peace.